What's going on, Eat It Nice? Welcome to another vid. This is Nate's Chocolate Convo 2, and I'm Nate. And this is the only podcast where building a man is the business. First thing first, give God praise for waking us up this morning, starting us on our way. Second thing, if you want to order some candy, go to Angelic Sweets Candy Company, LLC.com. Place an order. I do ship. I customize. This is the bag that comes in. Make sure you see that. It's the bag. This also is the box that they come in. This is my custom chocolate candy company. I also did a merger with a company called ACN. And what I do there is I sell services like internet, energy, sell your phone mobiles, etc. So I'll put the link at the bottom and you can click on that and go to my front store and you'll see the different services that I sell. If you are interested, or you can go to my candy company, Angelic Sweets Candy Company, LLC.com, place an order. I do ship, that will be extra. Customization will be also be extra. And that's that on that. A lot to talk about. Been gone for a minute, been busy. Um, Working with these different companies, the different businesses. Making new investments, things of that nature. So been busy, but I'm back. A lot to talk about. We going into the year 2025. It's going to be an interesting year. Donald Trump assassination is going to lead up to what's going to happen in 2025. First thing with Donald Trump assassination attempt is Biden, you miss. Try again, fella. You miss. I believe that Biden has something. Oh, well, I won't say he has something to do with it, but his followers has something to do with it. And I believe he knows more than what he's letting on know. Even though he's kind of incoherent and senile and everything else, Sleepy Joe wasn't that sleepy. As somebody once said to me during a conversation, all the negative attention was going to Biden because of his situation with his thoughts, slur speech, and everything else. Confusion. So we shift that attention to Donald Trump with this assassination attempt. Politics is dirty. But that's my take on that. You know, the year 2025 is going to be the year of reset. It's going to be the beginning of the era of reset. Everything is going to go back to the way it used to be. Everything. How you make money, economics, social status, how you date, how you get married, how you raise your children, how you educate your children, how you protect yourself, staying healthy, being healthy. Everything is going back. Reset. Resetting everything back to the way it used to be. Everything is going back to the way it used to be. And if you can't catch that flow, then guess what? You will be a bottom feeder. You will be a bottom feeder. you will be a bottom feeder. If you cannot catch that flow of the reset, of the great reset, it's going to be many different crises next year. One, migrants taking all the manual labor jobs, sanitation, janitorial, construction, um, roadside jobs, towing, landscaping, um, warehouse jobs, distribution jobs, manufacturing jobs, fast food jobs, the jobs that we condemn beneath us, that we were too bougie to get, too bougie to sign up for, too bougie to put in an application for. We are better than these jobs. Well, guess what? Those jobs are going to the migrants. Cheap labor, they work long hours, they don't need a break, they don't need food, they don't need water. All they need is, I want to work. That's all they know. And they'll work from sun up to sundown. The second job that's going away is the customer service job, administration jobs. Those jobs are going to the AIs. OnlyFans, Instagram, those jobs are going to the AIs. Artificial intelligence. Fast food. Instead of having a drive-through with a person, they have a kiosk. You put in your order, or you tell the kiosk your order. They might have an avatar. Take your order, smile, make you laugh. You pull up, you put your money in, or your credit card, or your debit card, and that's it. Inside, it might have 3 people: a manager, one person to man the computer, and the other person to do trash, clean up the outside. That's it. So where does that leave the American man, especially black man, the American woman, especially the black woman? Where does that leave you? Because them jobs are going. AIs next year, they're going to be the next crisis, the next go-to. And if not AIs, they're going to the migrants. So you're going to have to start your own business. It's going back to the mom and pop stores. Because the Walmarts, the Targets, Publix, Kroger, those prices going straight up, straight through the roof. Restaurants, DoorDash, Uber Eats, those companies are going through the roof. And if you don't have the money to pay for it, then how are you going to eat? Unless you learn how to grow your own food. Next year is going to be the year of wakey time. It's going to wake up a whole lot of people. And I want you men to listen. This is the crossroads. This is going to be the crossroad where you're either going to go straight, left, or right, or stay right where you at. And you're going to have to pick which road to take that works for you, that fits you. And only you know that. It's going to be poverty like you never seen before in America. Tent cities everywhere like you never seen before. Homelessness everywhere like you never seen before. People starving. People going hungry. Crime is going through the roof. It's going to go through the roof. Because a man's going to eat. He can eat the right way. He can eat the wrong way. But he's going to eat. The people that you thought have your back gonna turn on you for many different reasons. The people that you thought had money is really gonna be in poverty. The people that you thought that didn't have money, those the ones that's gonna live high on the hog. Everything next year is going to be exposed. Everything's coming out now because one thing about money, money either brings out the best in you or the worst in you. The lack of money is going to either bring out the worst or the best. Usually the worst. When money is flowing, it usually brings out the best in you. But also it brings out the worst in you. It amplifies who you really are. Everything coming down the pipe next year. And a lot of people, they're not going to know how to make that paradigm shift. If you don't know what paradigm means, it means a series of habits, changing your spending habits, changing the way that you make money, how you save money, how you invest money. Get out of the poor man's mentality. Okay. Make sure the camera's still going. Woo. And if you can't make that paradigm shift, then guess what? You unstuck. And the only person that's going to help you get unstuck, whether you believe it or not, G-O-D. G-O-D, God. Whether you believe it or not. So the question is now, what are you going to do to prepare yourself for next year? Because next year, all hell is going to break loose. And it's coming down your door. What are you going to do when it comes down your door? I'm prepared now. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm ready now. I've been seeing this for years coming. Next year, it's going to be officially the haves and the have-nots. Now, I got a little bit of money. Nope. You either have money or you don't. A lot of people going to close their bank accounts. Or the bank's going to close it automatically because guess what? No money in. You haven't put money in the bank account in months. We're going to go ahead and close it down. You don't need it. A lot of robbing, a lot of carjackings, murders, a lot of depression, anxiety, a lot of divorce. It's all coming out next year. Part of the design. New World Order. I've been putting out these videos since 2017. I've been talking about this day. It's coming. Since 2017. It is 2024 now. Quite some time. Next year, it's going down next year. The Donald Trump assassination attempt is just a glimpse of what's going to go down next year. There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of evil that's going down next year. That assassination attempt happened for a reason. One thing is going to cause more division in America, like it's doing now. The liberals versus the conservatives, Democrat versus the Republicans. A lot of conservative people that support the Republican Party are highly upset. A lot of liberals that support the Democratic Party are going, serves you right. Don't be surprised if a civil war breaks out. Funny, they made a movie about 4 months ago called Civil War. then this happens. A civil war is coming to America. A race war is coming to America. That's going to be kickstarted by the migrants. They tried it with white America for a long time. But the conservative whites, the wealthy white people, understood this. If a race war was to break out between blacks and whites, they're coming for all whites. And it's going to unite black people. So we need another group of people. Brown people. That's your Latinos, your Mexicans, your Venezuelans, Bolivians, Brazilians, Panamanians, the brown people. And that's going to be kickstarted by giving them all the jobs. They got the jobs now, so now they're hiring their own people by nature. And not you, because you're not their people. They're hiring their own people. That puts you in the employment sector. No employment, no money. No money, how can you put a roof over your head, food in your mouth, clothes on your back? Especially if you have a wife and children. It's going to start off as protesting, then riots, then the war. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. A lot of stuff. Pretty much 2025 is the beginning of the year for America. That's it. Once 2025 gets here, America is going off the cliff. Once it heads off the cliff, straight to the bottom. And what are you going to do now? The haves and the have-nots is already here. They just haven't announced it yet. But next year, you're going to see the haves and the have-nots. You're going to see a whole line of people in line for food, supplies, water, medication, because they can't afford it. There are people that need a medication to survive. If they don't have the money, they can't get it. Whether it's through the government, through retirement, or whatever. If they don't have the money, they cannot get these supplies. A lot of people is going to begin to get sick, pass away, because they don't have their medication. Next year is on and cracking. It's on and cracking. Prostitution is going to go through the roof to the point where they're going to make it legal. It's going through the roof because the women got to eat too. And if she's a single woman with no children, then guess what? She got to do something to bring in money. The children's father's not around. She's not married. She's a widow, a divorcee. Then guess what? She still got to eat. And we already seen that the government is cutting a lot of the women off. A lot of them in debt, student loan debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Houses being foreclosed on. Repossession of the cars. They're going to hit them streets. If they don't believe in a higher power, they're going to hit them streets hard. It's the only option. Men have more of an option than him. He can make his own job. He can start his own business and keep it moving. Clean windows and build from there. Clean toilets and build from there. Good with building things and take it from there. But nevertheless, it's going down next year. 2025 is on and cracking. Everything's coming out. The beginning of the end. Good. Now, men, especially black men, here's what you gotta do. Right now, come up with a game plan that works with your gifts and talents. And your gifts and your talents can work with your game plan. You put it together. You get a budget. If you have any debt, pay it off. Pay off that car if you can. Pay off that house, and credit cards. Save, save, save. Save all the money you can save. Cut back on going out to eat. I didn't say stop, just cut back on it. Cut back on your shopping. It's all about saving and investing now. You want to be ahead of the game. So when next year hit, when that storm, that permanent storm comes, it doesn't matter. The only thing it can do is rock your boat left and right. That's it. It won't sink your boat. A lot of people will sink next year. They're going to sink next year because they won't change their paradigm shift. They won't start saving money. They won't invest money. They're living for the moment. They're not thinking about 5 or 10 years into the future. They are living for the moment. That's their problem. They are living for the moment and not living for the future. A lot of them are living in the past. Can't get over past traumas, issues, hurts, and pains. So they can't move forward. They will sink next year. The Bible talks about this. A loaf of bread will be a day's wage. And what's the average wage? Is what? 8 hours a day? What? Between $20, $30 for a loaf of bread, which is the cheapest thing you can get. So just imagine how much meat will be, vegetables, fruit, and water will be. It's going down next year. You get with it, you go down.